everyone, and welcome to Canadian Diehard Sportsman. I'm Tony, and I'm a lifelong hunter of deer, turkey, ducks, and geese. I've been hunting with my dad since I was 6 years old here in Ontario, Canada, and I'm very passionate about the outdoors. And if you stick around, I'll show you some of my recipes from after the hunt. Before we get going, I'd like to dedicate my very first episode to my cousin Rocco, who is battling ALS, and my late grandparents and aunt.
This episode of Canada Hunts is brought to you by BuckOn, Belmont Concrete, Carver Kings, David White Design, Doanley Mechanical, Fulvia Auto Center, and RDJ Custom Exteriors.
I hunted the early archery season here in Ontario, so I'm back in the stand now bow hunting, and I just get in the stand, set everything up, and it starts to rain and snow, and it was just a mess. So I decided to take the camera down, leave it inside its bag because I didn't want to risk getting it wet. So now I just have my GoPro filming, and I managed to get some footage of two does that come out in this cut cornfield. They're at 65 yards away, and all I can do is watch. I can't take a shot because it's just too far. It's out of bow range, and all I can do is just sit there and watch them walk by.
Just got into the stand. I left work early today, managed to make it here just in time. Loaded up all my stuff the night before, made it into the stand now. It's almost 3 o'clock, so it gave me enough time to get in, set up the camera, all that. Tonight is one of the nights for the full moon phases here, so hopefully there'll be some activity or movement tonight. Usually whenever I hunt like the full moons, like there's always lots of deer action around here. So hopefully I can get a crack at one.
So now it's the next day. I'm in the same stand I was the night before. So I'm just sitting there and I'm waiting and waiting. I look to my left and I see about 120 yards, the deer coming out. So I'm just sitting, waiting. Hopefully that one would come down towards me where the cut corn is, and nothing came in range. That's how it ended. So last night's hunt had 4 does come out. They were about 120, 130 yards, so way too far out of range for the bow. And just waited it out. I thought maybe one would come in closer, but they didn't. They just stayed around at that 120 yard mark. So just packed it in, called it a night, and that was it for last night. So now today is Sunday, Tomorrow's Monday, and tomorrow's opening day and opening week here in Ontario for the gun season. And yeah, with the snow that you can see going on right now, it's definitely gonna have the deer moving tomorrow because the snow is gonna stay. So hopefully we can get a few deer down between me and my crew. So stay tuned for that, and I'll show you what happens for tomorrow.
So, I just shot 2. It's opening day here in Ontario. Just the first 10 minutes of legal shooting light. 1 down for sure. The other one I just saw run into the bush. Guaranteed it's a hit. I'll check for her later, but right now just gotta sit still.
We're going now to look at where the other deer went in the bush after I shot the first one. So we're gonna go and track it down right now. Shouldn't be too hard because it looked like a good hit, but I don't know. I don't think it went that far. But we'll take you along. We'll show you where it is now. So here's the first one. Don't think you need to do that. So here's the first one. Nice.
It's beautiful doe.
It's a nice doe.
Yeah.
Meat in the freezer. Now we're gonna go track down number 2. So. Yeah, so it's right there. I knew it didn't go too far. Yeah. Oh yeah. Look, it looked like it ran in and like bounced off the tree here.
Yeah.
Another nice doe.
It's asleep.
So we had an awesome morning here. First day of the gun week in Ontario for the deer. I made an awesome shot on both of them. Remington 700 didn't let me down. The Zeiss scope, same thing, never lets me down. And it was the first day, so pretty happy with that. We got meat in the freezer. We're not about only shooting bucks here because we've done that in the past and we've never got any bucks because we let the does walk by the whole week and didn't see any bucks, so we're not gonna do that for this year. And yeah, so we got meat in the freezer and we're hyped that we got 2 does down. We'll see how the rest of the week goes. And yeah, big shout out to all the sponsors. Without them, this couldn't be possible. So a big thank you to them and the landowners for letting us do this. I'm very excited to be here today to see if the Carver Kings could hook me up with an awesome charcuterie board for my wild game meat. want to say a big thank you to the Carver Kings for helping me out with this awesome charcuterie board. And another big thank you to David White Designs for helping organize this. Without him, I wouldn't be able to get in touch with the Carver Kings. And a big thank you to all my other sponsors for making this possible. And what an awesome charcuterie board. Stay tuned to all the game meat you're going to see presented on this. I'm using a high-end, high-performance deer attractant that's locally produced here in Ontario. BuckOn will bring the deer in and keep them coming back. As you can see, the deer site right here, the attractant site, has been hit really hard and it's been working wonders. I used this before, during, and after the season, and it's worked great. I'm gonna put some down now, refreshing my sight, and hopefully when I get back in the stand, the wind will be in my favor and I can knock one down. So we'll see what happens. So I just sprinkle it on an old log and it just gets in there and the deer just come back and they just destroy everything in sight because they just love it so much. While I'm doing this, it's going to be on a day that I'm not hunting, so the wind will not be in my favor, so I'll be blowing the scent into the bush. So the deer that are cruising by during the day will smell this and bring them right in. Even if they're new deer traveling through the area, they'll pick up the scent and start making this a habit to stopping here in front of my stand. I usually put it 20 yards away from my stand. That way, if I can't range the deer when I'm bow hunting, I know they're already at 20 yards and I'll just wait till they come in. So it's the first day back in the stand after the muzzleloader week here in Ontario. I missed a 30-yard shot with muzzleloader. It's a small doe, but it happens, so I'm not gonna let that bother me. It's just the doe. It wasn't like it was like a big buck or anything like that. So I'm back in the stand. So today's the first day back in the stand with the crossbow, and hopefully I can put one down if they step out. So we'll see what happens. So I had a doe come in 20 yards, just shot the luminol, just light it right up. Anyways, I'm gonna hold down. I know it was a good shot. It hit right on. So now I'm just gonna wait. Give it about 20 minutes. I'll go down, check it out. So as you guys just saw, I made an awesome 20-yard shot on this little butted buck. These bolt cutter broadheads punched through them no problem. And these Luminoc lighted knocks made it easy to find my bolt after the shot. So I got down from the tree stand, found the blood trail and tracked it into the bush for about 60-70 yards. Once I found him, I tagged him and then dragged him out to the side-by-side. So now that I got him home and it's here now, I'm gonna gut him and skin him and then send it to the butcher for processing. And I'm really happy and excited I was able to get this on film because this is my first bull kill. And last week I missed with the muzzleloader, so now I don't feel so bad that I missed. But now that I got it with the bow, I'm hyped and happy for that. So once I get the meat back from the butcher, I'll show you guys how I'm gonna prep and cook it. So stay tuned for that. Here's the tenderloin I just cut out of the deer. I got back the ground meat, chops, and cutlets back from the butcher. And I'm gonna turn it into 4 simple, easy recipes that anybody can make at home. Before I start to cook, I'd like to say a big thank you to David White Design for connecting me with Paul and Jacob from the Carver Kings on making this beautiful board. I'm using the ground meat to make a venison bolognese. I have olive oil and garlic browning in the pot. Once the garlic is brown, it's time to put the meat in. Once your meat is brown, add your tomato sauce. And season with salt and pepper. And I like to use chili flakes as well. Add more sauce if you'd like. Bring it to a boil. Let it simmer for an hour on low. For my stuffed peppers, I cut my tenderloin into thin pieces. I have bacon, softened cream cheese. I'll be adding salt and pepper and sriracha sauce. Make sure your cream cheese is well blended. Take your pepper, stuff it with cream cheese. I like to use sweet peppers, but you can use jalapenos. Once you stuffed it, take a piece of deer meat, put it in the middle, wrap it with bacon, and you're done. Now put it in the oven for half an hour at 400 degrees. So with the other half of my tenderloin, I've seasoned it with salt and pepper, and I'm going to wrap it in bacon. And I've done so with my chops the same way. It's gonna go into a frying pan to sear and then into the oven for 15 minutes at 400 degrees. With the venison cutlet, I'm going to bread it, fry it, and then put it in a bun with tomato sauce. So now it's gonna get floured like so. Then in an egg wash with salt and pepper and paprika, but you can put any seasonings you want. And then into the breadcrumbs, give it a shake, cover it up, pat it down, get even coverage on it, pat it down some more. Once it's covered, take it out, put it aside, and then it's ready for the fryer. I'm covering up the venison cutlets with some foil, and it's going to be ready now for the oven, 15 minutes at 400 degrees. These are my favorite venison dishes. Penne bolognese, stuffed peppers, chops wrapped in bacon, venison on a bun, tenderloin wrapped in bacon, and I would like to give a big thank you to all my sponsors. Without you, this would not be possible. If you like what you saw today, follow me on Instagram, and thanks for watching Canadian Diehard Sportsman.
This episode of Canada Hunts is brought to you by BuckOn, Belmont Concrete, Carver Kings, David White Design, Doanley Mechanical, Fulvia Auto Center, and RDJ Custom Exteriors.